Hey, welcome back to Daily Hope. I want to take you today into these themes listed in the Life Application Study Bible about the book of Job. There's 5. I'll give you an overview of the 5, and then we'll just look at one today, okay? The first theme is suffering. The second theme is satanic attack. It's real. The third theme is God's goodness, also real. The fourth theme is pride. And the fifth theme is trusting in God. Now, for this first theme of suffering, we can anchor from verse 1 of chapter 1, where it says that Job was blameless, a man of complete integrity. He feared God and stayed away from evil. And here's what the Life Application Study Note says about this. Through no fault of his own, Job lost his wealth, lost his children, and lost his health. Even his friends were convinced that Job had brought this suffering upon himself. For Job, perhaps the greatest trial was not the pain or the loss, but being unable to understand why God was allowing him to suffer. Bet you can relate to that. Suffering can be a penalty for sin, but it's not always a penalty for sin. And prosperity isn't always a reward for being good, though it can. Those who love God are not exempt from trouble. That is so important to know. Godly people get cancer. Godly people get in car accidents. Godly people have floods in their homes, okay? Loving God does not exempt us from trouble in this broken world, although we may not be able to understand fully the reasons for our pain. Our pain can always lead us to rediscover or deepen our relationship with God. I have definitely found that to be true in my life. I don't want any more pain. I don't welcome it. I don't love it. But it always gives me this option to go even deeper with God. And then you look back and you say, wow, if I could go back, I wouldn't prevent that pain because it so strengthened my faith. It strengthened the eternal part of me. You know, Peter writes in the New Testament, he says, these trials that you're going through, they're temporary, even though they feel indefinite, they're temporary, and they are refining your faith like gold that's tested by fire. And 100 years from now, 1,000 years from now, when we look back, the purity of our motives and the purity of faith through which we enter into the kingdom of God, and we'll have that for all of eternity. Well, that matters a lot more than having a pain-free life here and now. So hang in there in your suffering. Keep praying to God. Keep trusting Him. He's good. He's for you. We'll look at another of these 5 themes tomorrow. I'll see you then.